Alrighty, good afternoon, minor league baseball fans, and welcome to the show. Today is our first game of the three-game set between the visiting Tulsa Drillers and your San Antonio Missions. Well, today is a beautiful day for baseball, and we hope you guys are ready because we have our three-game set with the Drillers and our four-game set with the Midland Rockhounds. Thought it was going to be the Springfield Cardinals, but we were evidently wrong. Go online now and print out your tickets from home. Also, you can follow the missions all season long with your First Pitch app from Minor League Baseball. You download that on any smartphone. Well, get out your scorecards and we'll get the starting lineups underway. First, for the visiting Tulsa Drillers. Leading off and playing in center field, Henry Valera. Valera at center. Third baseman Lee Hu will bat second for the Driller lineup. Hu at third. Oswaldo Alvarado will be batting third for the Drillers. Alvarado at first. Kyle Saul will bat fourth for Tulsa. Saul at right. The catcher is for the Tulsa Drillers is Kyle Farmer. Farmer catching. Batting sixth in left field, Edwin Crow. Crow at left. Scott Warden will be batting seventh for the Drillers. Warden as second. Shortstop Julio Valenzuela will be batting eighth for Tulsa. Venezuela as short. The cleanup hitter is Josh Guzman. He rounds out the batting order for Tulsa. Guzman on the mound. And now here's your starting lineup for the San Antonio Missions. Leading off and playing in shortstop, Steve Chavez. Chavez as short. Boone Devine will be the second baseman. He'll bat second for the San Antonio Missions. Devine as second. Batting third is the third baseman, C. Venezuela. Venezuela at third. Batting fourth is the center fielder, Carmen Zapata. Zapata at center. First baseman is Leroy Ochoa. Ochoa at first. Alan Cordoba will be the left fielder. He'll bat sixth for San Antonio. Cordoba left. Batting seventh is the catcher, Manuel Rincon. Rincon catching. Brian Valdez round out the batting order for San Antonio this afternoon. And on the mound for your San Antonio Missions, Hank Schneider. Schneider, today's Missions pitcher, and there's your starting lineups.
Welcome to MLB The Show in this presentation of minor league baseball. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Tulsa Drillers and the San Antonio Missions. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Hank Schneider, a right-hander from the Garden State of New Jersey, gets the ball here. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, You don't see a lot of guys that have 5 pitches, right? Sometimes it's hard to master even 2 or 3. But if you can master 5 like he has, he'll be in pretty good shape.
Digging in, Henry Varela. He will lead this one off today.
Center fielder, Henry Varela.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hot shot down the line. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Hit on the ground to third. And the day begins with an out. There's one away. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. Dero, daytime road game for him. What you got?
Matty, this lineup's got to be willing to adjust. They cannot stay staunch and try and pull everything, or there will be a ton of ground ball and weak fly ball contact. They have to be willing to use line to line to get this done today.
Now in the box, Lee Hu, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Grounded up the first baseline. This is foul for the first strike. Lots of sunshine in the forecast. 83 degrees here at first pitch. Fastball called for strike 2. 1 out, nobody on. Line toward right center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. He hit the corner and tries for third. And he will make it all the way to third now, as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
The second this thing got past the outfielder, you knew it was at least a double, possibly a triple, but he turns on the afterburners and is safely into third.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. And a great chance here to put his team in front before many fans have even settled into their seats. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
This is going to be an interesting pitch right here. Does he bury something in the dirt? Does he go for the double play and give up the run? Or does he go for the punch out? Let's see what happens.
Count is 1-2 now. The 1-2. Line toward the gap in left center. And that's going to get down out there. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, Dero. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. 1-1 the count. Lays off the splitter that time, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Here now the 2-2. Curveball bounces, and this one gets away. And forget about the double play now, as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. And now a soft liner here to the right side, but foul. Payoff pitch on its way. Count still full, 3-2. The next 3-2. And that misses ball 4. So it's first and second now with only 1 away.
And with first base open, the last thing he wanted to do was give him something to hit in the heart of the zone. So no harm done. Force out anywhere now.
From the stretch. Sent out to straightaway center field. Zapata is there. 2 gone. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. Striding in, Edwin Pro. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
Hey, he finds himself in a tough situation early, and he's going to have to execute a pitch to get out of it. But if he does, it'll build confidence, and he starts rolling as the later innings start happening.
Fastball called strike 1-2.
Man, I'm interested to see this next pitch. 3 balls pounded on the inside half of the plate. He either has no respect for this hitter or he's setting him up.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. The Drillers lead it 1-0. Josh Guzman, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
Now at the plate, Steve Chavez. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Right side. And that is through into right field for a single. So here in the first inning, the leadoff man's aboard to kick things off.
Sometimes you got to tip your cap. The pitcher spotted his pitch down in the zone right there below the knee. Offensive player was all over it.
Into the box now, Boone Divine. And he puts it on the ground to second. One there. On to first, and they get them both.
Boy, that's about as easy as it comes. A chopper 2-hopper turns into a tailor-made 4-6-3 double play.
In now, Christian Villanueva. He swings and sends it in the air to right center field. Saul will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. We'll go on to the top of inning number 2. Tulsa's out in front here, 1-0. At the plate, Scott Warden. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Warden.
Liner toward right center. And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. He takes the turn and heads for second. Around second now and headed for third. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
That was not the way this pitcher envisioned the beginning of the game. Going for him wasn't that bad of a pitch. He jumps all over it. Nobody can run it down, and he's standing at third feeling pretty good about himself.
Julio Valenzuela is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. Setting him up inside as he swings and misses for strike 2. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
All right, here's how the home side's lining up defensively. And manning the hot corner today is a guy with one of the quickest reactions in the game. That's it at third base. A step and a dive, a little bit of range.
Now, meanwhile, this ball's going to get through, and that's a base hit. And that'll score the run from third as they go up 2-0 now.
Hey, good job of hitting right there, D. We're runner on third, less than 2 outs. All you want to do is put the ball in play. He did just that. Hits a grounder right up the middle that drives in a run.
Yeah, it took it right back at where it came.
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left as they move on top 4-0.
Hey, that's one of the toughest parts about standing out there on the bump. Giving up a long home run or giving up a bomb at any time as a pitcher. You just have to regroup and get back on that horse.
Into the box, Lee Hu. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Coming to the plate now, Oswaldo Alvarado. He reached on a single in his first try. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Some guys have no trouble hitting with 2 strikes, and some guys never want to get there. Let's see the approach right here. I'd like to see him shorten up a little bit, maybe choke up and try and work the ball back up the middle the other way.
3 runs already home here. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. We'll go to the bottom of the second. The Drillers lead it 4-0. So here's the cleanup hitter, Carmen Zapata. He'll get us going here in the bottom half of the second.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Time for a look at the defensive alignment for the visitors. You want to talk about shutting a running game down? The guy behind the dish has an absolute cannon. I mean, you will not see guys get but 2-step lead off first base today.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, he's digging for second. Arms pumping, he's hustling for third. The tag, and he's called out, trying to stretch 2 bases into 3.
Oh, you hate to see guys run into outs, especially when it's because of an unnecessary risk. He had 2 all the way, and he clearly should have just been happy with that.
Alan Cordoba hits next. This is line to left. Pro is there, and how about that? A 3-pitch inning as this side is retired. So no runs on 1 base hit, no errors, and no one left on. We'll go now to the top of the third. Tulsa's out in front here, 4-0. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Kyle Saul, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1.
There's no way around it. This has been a rough start on the mound, so it'll be interesting to see how long that man is going to let him go. Maybe he settles in and can give you another inning or so, but I wouldn't bet on it at this point.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Valdez on the move. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Line to the right side. That's his first base hit. Make him 1 for 2 now.
I mean, there's no secret right now. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everybody wants up at the plate right now. They're feeling frisky. They're all pulling the trigger early, and it's working.
Standing in now, Edwin Pro. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Now a throw over, and he's back in standing. And another throw over, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Farmer, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. In there, and it's even at 1. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1. He found his way over to third via a triple in his first at bat. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Digging in the switch hitter, Manuel Rincon. And they've got some work to do early on. Down 4-0 already. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Back up the middle. And that's through for a hit. So that puts the leadoff man aboard to get the inning underway.
Ambush tactics right there. But he didn't try and do too much. He stayed in there and just drove it back up the middle.
Stepping in now, Brian Valdez, as he'll go after the first pitch and line one into right field for a base hit.
Well, you see that happen quite a bit at the big league level, Dero. Breaking ball up and away, hard slider up out of the zone, hit for a bullet for a base hit.
Yeah, Dan, you try and look for it to pop out above the pitcher's hand. That usually signifies that it's going to be something breaking. That was actually a slider, so nice job by the offensive player, not only recognizing it, but not trying to do too much.
Oh, and 1, here it comes. This one skied out toward right. Saul is over a few steps toward the line, and he has it for the first out. Digging in for his second at bat, Steve Chavez. He singled his last time up. From the stretch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Varela giving chase. He makes the catch, and tagging is the runner from second. The relay, and they've got him hung up out there between second and third. Over now, they'll apply the tag between second and third. It's a careless double play, and the inning is prematurely over. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. On now to the top of inning number 4. The Drillers lead it 4-0. Ready for another chance, Julio Valenzuela. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Tried to hold back, but this is popped up. Ochoa is under it, makes the play, 1 away. Digging in to try it again, Josh Guzman. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Low for ball 1. 1-0 pitch on the way. Grounded to the right. It's flagged down deep in the hole. A flip from short right gets him, and there are 2 away.
Center fielder, number 5, Henry Varela.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Henry Varela. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. In there, no balls and a strike. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Zapata moves over, and that ends the inning. Coming to the plate now, Boone Divine. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Boone Divine.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. A shot to second base and handled for the first out.
Now batting, third baseman.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Christian Villanueva. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch coming, here it is. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Center fielder number 34.
Riding in once again, Carmen Zapata. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. The second for 1. On to first, and it's another double play. They're second in the first 4 innings, as that one will retire the side. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More baseball on the show right after this. Digging in once again, Lee Hu. He tripled earlier, making him 1 for 2 in the ball game.
Lee Hu.
A high fastball is in there. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
I'll tell you, he's showing no signs of tiring right now. Still looks razor sharp from what I can tell, so I think he might last a while longer if he can keep this up.
Fastball in there for a called strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Pulled toward right center field. Calling for it, Zapata. And that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting.
Ready once again, Kyle Saul. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one.
Watching him on the mound, I'm really impressed with what he's doing right now. He's been really aggressive and confident over the last couple of innings.
2 out, nobody on. Towards second. And that is in there for a 2-out base knock. Legs churning. He's headed for second. Around second. He's on his way to third. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
The batter.
Next up will be Kyle Farmer. Runner in scoring position with Sugan. Back up. Oh, no, that got him. No play as the run comes in to score, and we're all hoping he's going to be okay on the mound.
Now batting.
Ready for another shot now, Edwin Pro. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. 0-1 the count. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Farmer is off at first with 2 away. Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here. The 1-2 misses for the second ball.
Boy, the curveball just hasn't been there this afternoon, and this is this guy's bread and butter pitch, especially when he gets ahead of hitters. He needs to find that curveball again.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Cordova's under it, and that retires the side. It's a run on 2 hits, 1 left. Last half of the 5th coming up. Tulsa's out in front here, 5-0. Leading off the inning, Leroy Ochoa, and they'll need him to get something going here.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And that's in for a base hit, his second in as many trips to the plate.
Now batting. Left fielder.
Alan Cordova hits next. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. Saul is over to his left as he snags this one for the first out of the inning. Into the box now, Manuel Rincon, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Here comes the first pitch. High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. High in the air out to center field. Varela has a play. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Now this is cut and thrown to first. On to first, a double play. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. 5 innings complete. The Drillers lead it 5-0. Now in the box, Scott Warden.
Leading out for Tulsa. Second base.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball. And he missed with it. It's 1-2. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
One of the big advantages to pitching ahead in the count if you're a pitcher, because you have to cover both pitches if you're a hitter. You have to cover the off speed and the fastball. And in a 1-2 count, you might be sitting off speed, and what happens? He gets the fastball and he can't catch up to the express.
No balls and 1 strike. The windup and the 0-1. And that one just missed outside. Now the 1-1 pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Valdez shading to his right, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. So here now is the pitcher, Josh Guzman. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now. Still 1-2. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Leading off the inning, Brian Valdez, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Right fielder, Brian Valdez.
He's set and the pitch. Oh, and I think that got him in the foot. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint, but nice execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still 1 good pitch away from getting a double play.
You know, D-Roll, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher, and there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
George Aponte will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here. There's a line drive base hit to left field. Throw won't get him.
Well, D-Roll, there's another base hit making it first and second. They're piling up the hits on the day, but so far not many runs to show for it.
Yeah, definitely a few knocks in the cupboard makes you feel good, and the batting average goes up, but that doesn't help you win ball games. Somebody's got to come up with a nice AB with runners in scoring position.
Into the box now, Steve Chavez. He swings and grabs it to short. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit. And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
Boy, D-Roll, we're looking at a big inning right here with that single. Bases are loaded, yet no runs have scored in this inning.
Yeah, and that's exactly what that pitcher wants you to think. You have to eliminate the noise, Dan. Just try and drive in the guy from third base.
On to first, and it's a double play, although the run does come in to score from third.
Now batting, third baseman, Christian.
Now at the plate, Christian Villanueva. A fly out and a single for him so far. He's set. Here it comes. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Chavez stands at second with 2 gone. Hit the other way out toward right field. Saul has a beat on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So it's 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We're through 6 full. Tulsa's out in front here, 5-1. Back here for Texas League Baseball on the show. It's on to the 7th inning now, but before the inning gets started, let's fill you in on what you may have missed. It's our game summary to this point.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the mission, number 43, Miguel.
Henry Barella will dig in again, and as he does, we'll flash you back to inning number 2 as you get a look at his 2-run homer that was a big blow early on. First pitch on its way. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. Hit on the ground to third. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Third baseman number 24.
Digging in, Lee Poole. He'll swing it from the left side right here. Seventh inning here in a 5-1 ball game. And wow, tough to lay off the fastball there, but it's 1-2. Pulled toward right center field. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. In now, Oswaldo Alvarado. Here comes the first pitch. Now a fastball runs inside and drills him. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Well, the pitcher can claim that that one slipped all he wants, but that looked intentional to me. He goes with the heater up and in and absolutely drills him. That's dangerous, and I'm surprised that the ump appears to be letting it go.
Especially after drilling the last guy up at the plate. That's just a great job to get your mechanics back under you and establish yourself back in the strike zone.
Now a swing and a fly ball. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Lined into right, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, it would look like a quick inning. Gets the first 2 out, then it hit by pitch, and it's single to keep things going.
Yeah, you never know what's going to start a rally. Take one for the boys. Hit by pitch right there. Now a couple good ABs, and we're on the board.
The 0-1 pitch. A fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss.
Sometimes guys get a little less aggressive pitching with a couple runners on base, but not here. That was 2 good fastballs to take control of the bat and get the count to 0-2.
And strike 3 called as he says, you got to be kidding me, with the side retired. Ready once again, Carmen Zapata. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
From the stretch, hit on the ground out to short. Valenzuela loves it. And a close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1. Ready for another chance? Leroy Ochoa. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. First delivery to him on the way. Hit on the ground toward the left. And a base hit into left field, so they've got themselves a 1-out base runner.
Got to be a little frustrated on the offensive side. Yeah, everybody's getting knocks and the batting averages are flowing right now, but nobody's come up with that big runner in scoring position, 2-out knock kind of feel that really is going to break this game open.
In now, Alan Cordoba as he rips it on the ground to second. And there's his first base hit in this one.
Even though that pitcher was able to execute in off the plate, batter was able to keep his hands inside that baseball and drive it up the middle.
Into the box, Manuel Rincon. He swings and grounds it to short. Fielded cleanly on to first. It's a double play as their woes continue. The inning is over. Starting to run out of innings here as they are unable to cut into the deficit. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Drillers lead it 5-1. Digging in to try it again, Edwin Crow. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. Two and 0. Now the 2-0. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Zapata looks up, and it's gone as they add still another. Solo shot to right center, and it's now a 6-1 ball game.
That's why you can't fall behind 2-0 to a power hitter like him. He's a dead red fastball hitter, and he knew the pitcher had to serve one up. A perfect storm or perfect nightmare, depending on which dugout you're in.
Stepping in now, Scott Warden. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Line drive to left. Cordova is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on well-executed pitches, batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
No balls and a strike to count. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. 1-1. And it's fouled away. High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. The next 1-2 pitch. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. 1 out, nobody on. Line softly out toward left center, and he'll break through with a solid knock here, his first of the ball game. He hit the corner and tries for third. And he will make it all the way to third now, as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
This is an easy decision for him to try for third because he has the play right in front of him, so he doesn't have to rely on any of his base coaches. Good decision to keep chugging, and he makes it all the way around safely.
He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Here it comes, 0-2. Hit the other way out toward right field. Devine moving to his left, and he makes the catch for the second out. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Henry Varela. He's 1 for 4 for the game. Valenzuela on third with 2 out. High in the air out to center field. Devine over to his right, and that's the third out. But add on one more as the solo shot stretches their lead even further. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Tulsa's out in front here, 6-1. Digging in, Brian Valdez. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So it's a leadoff base hit to open their half of the 8th.
Don't sleep on the bottom of the order right there. He broke out all ambush tactics. First pitch fastball middle in. He's able to drive that for a nice second.
Doug Livingston come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out.
Doug Livingston.
Pulled softly out toward right, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Not every ball's going to be hit on the screws right there. That one falls in front of the right fielder for a single. Found some green grass.
Into the box now, Steve Chavez.
And a first pitch swing. He hits a fly ball to left center.
Crow comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 1. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Boone Devine. First offering on its way. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. There's 1. On to first. It's a double play. And another crisis is averted here as the inning is over. Doug Livingston enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Riding in once again, Lee Hu. Outfield comes way in here. The first pitch. 0-1 the count. 0-1, here it comes. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there. That cutter inside. And that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times if you do...
Ready for another shot now. Oswaldo Alvarado. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. First pitch here misses wide. 1-0. Bases are empty. 1 man out. And that catches the high outside corner. 1-2 now. The 1-2. Line towards center field. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of a baseball season. Bottom line is this guy has bat to ball skills. You knew he was going to get hot eventually.
Here's Kyle Saul. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Oh, can't spot the cutter any better than that. 0-2 now.
Let's see if he continues to climb that ladder, or does he try and get him fishing on something bouncing in dirt.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. In there, a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
Danny, I know that's not the execution he was looking for right there. That batter's eyes lit up on that pitch.
Not a real good changeup. One of the things, Mark, this pitcher will do, he'll use that changeup like most pitchers will use the curveball. His changeup is that good. That one wasn't, though.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Hit back up the middle. Reined in. Throw will get him for the second out, but meanwhile the run is in to score from third.
The left fielder, number 34.
Digging in once again, Edwin Crow. Here comes the first pitch.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Danny, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Welcome to my world right here, batter. I've seen this 0-2 count.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. Heart of the order 3, 4, and 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the 9th. The Drillers lead it 7-1. Now at the plate, Christian Villanueva. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
Third baseman, Christian.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. No balls and 1 strike. Hit out towards second. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out.
Hey, that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step 1, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy, and you can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down.
Meanwhile here, this ball's given a pretty good ride out to deep left field, and that is going to clear the wall. A home run.
Yahoo!
It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, as it's now a 7-3 game.
It's almost a shame because he was pitching a gem today, at least until he served up this 2-run shot. Just goes to show 1 pitch, 1 swing is all it takes to change a pitcher's entire day.
Now out of the dugout comes the manager as he'll make his way towards the mound. And he's going to motion for the bullpen, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon.
Number 1, Brian Lowe. First baseman.
Standing in now, Leroy Ochoa.
And on the first pitch, he hits it in the air to right.
Moving under it, Saul, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting,
Alan Cordova hits next. Last time through was a base hit. First offering on its way. On the ground up the middle. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game.
Nice execution right there. Ball was down below the knees. He stayed through it and was able to drive it for a base hit.
In now, Manuel Rincon. He swings and grounds it to short. And that's in for a base hit. He's 2 for 4 now.
All you can ask as an offense is to try and get that tying run in the batter's box. Now, they've started out nicely right here. They've gotten 2 runners on. They're down 4. Grand slam is still in play. Let's see if they continue this nice offensive approach.
Luis Espinoza comes on here looking to get the final 2 outs and earn the save. Digging in and looking for more, Brian Valdez. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
He thought about third there, but retreats back to second safely.
Now batting, the pitcher.
Luis Torrens will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 21, Luis Torrens.
Now a ball hit sharply toward third, and he'll put this one away, and with that, the ball game is over.
Well, that's why you pay the closer big money, so he can come slam the door quickly when he has to. 2 pitches, 1 out, and that game's on ice. Well done.
And this afternoon's game ends 7-3. The Drillers jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Josh Guzman gets the W on the mound. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Flezak and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head over to theshownation.com.
So a big defeat for the San Antonio Missions as they have lost this first game of this 3-game series. The Tulsa Drillers came out at the first inning with 1 run scored, and most likely the top of the second they had 3, which gave them the 4-1 and 4-0 advantage. Top of the 5th, it was 5 runs already home for the Drillers side. Going to the bottom of the 6th inning for the Missions, it was 1 run. It was 5-1. At the top of the 8th inning, the Drillers got their 6th run of the ball game, made it 6-1. Top of the 9th, it was another run batted in for the Drillers. It was 7, and the Missions took the home run that only allowed them 2 runs to come across the score. Well, it was a shameful loss for this first game of this 3-game series. But we will have more baseball for minor league baseball the show as we get ready for game 2 of this 3-game home set. The Missions will be playing somewhere else. The Tulsa Drillers will be coming along. Well, this will just about do it for this afternoon for the Tulsa Drillers and the San Antonio Missions. Final score is the Drillers 7, the Missions 3. Well, we'll see y'all back later this evening for another exciting game of minor league baseball. San Antonio Missions versing off the Tulsa Drillers. See you around.